like to use these big old tubs when I have one for oil and one for coolant. I put this pitcock on my new radiator years ago, and it really helps with draining the coolant easy. I've got it at a 90-degree angle. The little pitcock takes a little O-ring inside, so that has to be replaced from time to time, but makes draining the radiator very easy, as you can see. So I'm draining the radiator out to replace my lower radiator hose. Even though this hose is brand new, I cut it too short and I forced it on, which is not good, and so I'm not happy with the installation. That's the one on the radiator. So here is the reason why I have to replace this lower radiator hose to my Dodge Challenger. This is a brand new hose, and I made two mistakes with it. First mistake is I cut it too short. I trimmed it too short. Realizing what I did, I still forced it on and then tightened that clamp on the water pump, and then I forced this side onto the radiator. Tightened the clamp nice and tight, started the engine and ran it, and it no leaks. Got up to 180 degrees for about 20 minutes, no problem. However, in the morning after it cooled down, I noticed that the hose actually pulled away. And you can see how the clamp is really close to the end. You see my mark there, that's where it was. And on the other end's even worse, on the radiator side, because I cut it incorrectly and then I stretched it. I forced it over. So this hose over time would have eventually failed. It would have fallen off no matter how hard you clamp it. Because when you stretch a radiator, they're just not designed to be stretched and forced. Now, on a different note, here is a radiator hose from my 2013 Subaru Outback. And this is what I wanted to show you, what happens when a little bit of oil drips onto your radiator hose and you don't address either the oil or change the radiator hose more often. You can see here that there's oil on the radiator hose that has just ever so lightly, just a little tiny bit, dripped. And what happens is that oil ruins the radiator hose, and this is what you get. This radiator hose split. It's real soft right there. The oil had just penetrated into the rubber and deteriorated the rubber so bad that it actually split. Now, this car was about 25 miles away when this happened, and it blew all the water out. Fortunately, my wife shut it down, called me, and I picked up my trailer and picked up the Subaru. So there was no other heat-related damage other than just this radiator hose. So this is what I wanted to show everybody about this. Here is a lower radiator hose for my 1971 Dodge Challenger. The reason I use this one, this is not the one that would be listed at O'Reilly's or Napa or any other Pep Boys. This is an aftermarket Dayco. This one here is really a great radiator hose, and the reason I use this one is because I have an aftermarket radiator, but I wanted to replace it with a fresh one, I could actually put this back on, it'd be perfectly fine. So, but I did want to show you the part number for that. If you have a 71 Dodge Challenger with a radiator, stock radiator, then the stock radiator hose will of course be perfectly fine. But if you don't, this in here is a really good example. This is a cut to fit with 90-degree bend, and it works fantastic. And here is the part number for that. Daco 70438 curved radiator hose, and it's a great hose for my application. And so I will probably, most likely probably put this back on, because the original one just, it just doesn't fit all that great. So also, if it comes with a spring, a lot of these radiator hoses come with a spring. I pull the spring out because all it does is just rust out, unless somebody can put in the comments where you can get a stainless steel spring. For instance, here's the upper hose that I also replaced. It came with a spring right here in the bend, but honestly, I pulled it out. I don't need to use it, because all it does is rust out. Now, the reason I replaced this hose is because you can see here that it's starting to delaminate just a little bit. And again, this is in the clamp area, so it would be fine. It'd still give you some real good service like that. But if you're nervous about it, which I always am when it comes to radiator hoses, because of where I live, it's so hot and my engine does run a little on the warm side, I want to make sure I have good radiator hoses. But these two hoses right here for my car, I could put back on and run, I'm sure, for a lot more miles. Anyway, that's what I have, and I just wanted to share that with everybody. Send me a comment if you know about a stainless steel spring to go into these radiator hoses.